Michael Mesiro's earliest memory of Christmas Day is in a back office of La Rabida Children's Hospital, helping his father tug off the heavy black galoshes and hang the red velour suit he had worn that morning to visit young patients. At age 5, he recounts, he asked his father when it would be his turn to lead the family's Christmas tradition, though he didn't quite have the aging process figured out. "When you're a little boy and I'm an old man, will I play Santa Claus?" young Michael asked his father, Paul. Paul Mesiro didn't just assure his son, he made him promise to continue the tradition, a treasured if unusual ritual for their observant Jewish family. So when his father, debilitated by Lou Gehrig's disease, was unable to continue as Santa in 2015, his son kept his word. "When my father told me he couldn't ho anymore and he asked me to fill those shoes, it wasn't in my vocabulary to say no," said Michael Mesiro, now 33. "That was the promise I made 28 years ago. It's one I'll hold as long as I'm physically able." On Monday, Michael Mesiro, who lives in Dyer, Industry, will arrive on the back of a fire truck at La Rabida, where dozens of patients from infant to age 18 anticipate the annual visit from Santa. In memory of his father, who died in May 2016, he will don the handmade suit and silky white beard, deliver his own baritone greetings and, for the first time, take along his own son, 10-month-old Henry Paul, who, his father hopes, will one day take the reins. "I've seen exactly what Santa Claus does for these children," Mesiro said. "I mean Santa Claus the spirit. I've literally seen kids who have difficulty walking run to see Santa Claus. That's an experience you can't duplicate." Michael Mesiro is continuing the tradition of his father, Paul, dressing up as Santa Claus to visit patients at La Rabida Children's Hospital. For the Mesiros, who celebrate the Santa side of Christmas as well as Hanukkah, December 25 is a day full of shared rituals, both sacred and secular. As Christians around the world commemorate the birth of Jesus, the Mesiros fulfill central tenets of their faith, serving others and celebrating family. "What I learned about Christmas is it's the time of year when everybody is kind, loving and giving. Why wouldn't you celebrate that?" said Michael's older sister Mandy Mesiro, 36, of South suburban Chicago. "In my mind, there was no reason for Hanukkah and Christmas to be separate." Growing up in Homewood, Michael Mesiro and his two sisters, Mandy and Jenny, often opened presents on Christmas Eve before placing a glass of milk and plate of cookies out for Santa, plus a carrot for his reindeer, and then hurrying off to bed. On Christmas morning, they'd find the milk and cookies gone, the carrot nibbled and packages under the tree. Santa often left encouraging notes too. Then the kids would get ready to watch their father entertain the children at La Rabida, the tiny, non-profit pediatric hospital on the shores of Lake Michigan known for long-term treatment of children with chronic illnesses. The Mesiro children, after all, knew the real guy was back at the North Pole getting much-needed rest.